Hey y'all, we are going to be doing this airbrush set today. This is my first time ever trying an airbrush set. So I decided to put them on press-ons because I did not know how they were going to come out, but to my pleasant surprise, they came out so bomb, y'all. Like, when I say they are so stinking cute, like, y'all are going to want to see exactly how I got this. So let's just go ahead and get into how I got this look. So right here, I'm just opening up the kit. Now, I did have these on my website. However, this is the last one, so they are officially sold out. If you would like me to restock them, then just let me know down below and I will for you all. But if you don't want to wait on me restocking them, they are on Amazon. I think Alibaba has them. You can get airbrush kits anywhere. iGel Beauty also has them. So, but just let me know down below if you would like me to restock them. So anyway, I went ahead and I just assembled everything as it came in the kit. They have these little cups that come in the kit. You get two standard ones, which are the bluish purple looking ones. They're plastic, and then you have another one, which is a metal container that you can use as well. But I just went ahead and used the standard one. As you can see, the standard ones have it's kind of like a measuring cup, so you can kind of measure out what you're putting in the little container, which I didn't really do. There aren't any real instructions, so this is kind of like this was like really me just testing out what I could just off of knowing what an airbrush does, really. I didn't look at too many videos, so this was really like spur of the moment. Let me try this airbrush system and see how it comes out. I do know for a fact that people use gel polish and acetone. So what I did was I tried it with the acetone first. I wanted to see how it was going to come out. And then I went ahead and chose my polishes. I'm using Model 1s that is on the left, and then I'm using Beetle's gel polish on the right, which is the white. This white is really, really pretty, you guys. Like, they're but y'all know Beetle's polishes are really, really nice. The Model 1s polish that I'm going to be using is more of a tan, and y'all will see that in a second once I open it and use it for the ombre. So this is my tester. This one right here was my tester nail. This was not one of the tips that I had got out. I also was going to try out some of the airbrush stencils that I bought. I think I got those off of AliExpress a really, really long time ago, you guys. So right here, you see me pouring the gel polish in it. Now, one thing I want you to note is when you are doing this, you want to put the acetone in first. Do not put the gel polish in first, because that can like clog your whole system. So they tell you not to do this at all. They tell you not to use acetone and gel polish. There's actually airbrush like gel polish or something that you can order online, but I was not about to do that, y'all. I see so many people use it this way, so that's what I went with. It was cheaper. So the first spray that I did, it was spraying everywhere, y'all, so I had to put on a mask. So I do recommend that you put on a mask and you make your clients put on masks if you are doing airbrush on clients. So just make sure that you have a mask on, because it does fly literally everywhere. If you have safety goggles too, that may even work too, because it was like literally flying everywhere. Not to the point where it was like overwhelming and getting on my clothes. Like, nothing was on my clothes, but that first little spray that I got out was just going everywhere. Also, I want to let you know that you should get a napkin and spray on the napkin first, just to get it running, and then make sure that it's coming out properly, and then try it on I would do a tester nail like I did, and that really helped me to gauge how it flowed and how it came out and all of that. And honestly, a lot of people say that airbrush is hard. It wasn't hard for me as far as like just a regular ombre. It was actually really, really easy, you guys. Like, it was easy. There are a few things that had me stumped, and I will tell y'all when I get to it, but I figured it out and I worked around it. So right here, we're going to be putting on some base coat. I just put on base coat. I was doing basically the same process that I would do if I was actually painting on the nails. It's pretty much the same thing because this is still gel polish. So I wanted to do the same prep system that I would do if I was just painting on nails with gel polish. So I actually chose Beetle's gel polish today because I wanted to use a gel polish that I knew would do good coverage, but also I didn't mind if I wasted it because it's a little cheaper. I do have Nail Reserve and Madam Glam, which I would have preferred to use. However, I will get into why I would have preferred to use it instead of this and what the difference is as far as when you are using them for airbrush. So when doing airbrush, you are going to want to use more so opaque polishes than sheer. The reason being is because the more opaque your polish is, the better the result is going to be for the airbrush, since it does disperse like very sparse. It's kind of like spread out, kind of like a splatter, but even less than that, if that makes sense. So just having an opaque polish is going to make a world of a difference versus sheer. You're going to have to use a lot of polish if you are doing a sheer color, but y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about when we get to that point. Right now I'm just putting the base down, and the base that I wanted was white. I wanted my bottom part to be white, and then I wanted another color to ombre into the white polish. Now, I'm not sure if people normally do the ombre like this when they are doing airbrush. I'm not sure if they actually ombre the bottom with the airbrush system and the top, but it just felt to me like I should do it this way. And I think that it came out really, really good this way. I don't know. I don't really see the point of doing both sides with the airbrush system versus doing it this way. I think this way is a lot quicker and a lot easier. So I did go ahead and just put the base down that I wanted to be my bottom color first, and then I went ahead and I used the actual airbrush system for the top part that I wanted to ombre into the white. So like I said, y'all are going to see that in a second. I just wanted to show you guys what I was doing as far as the base and how I applied it and everything. Everything I have done up to this point is the same exact steps that you would take if you were applying gel polish to your regular nail. Buff the nail out, prep the nail with base, and then apply the color. So I did go ahead and cure that in the lamp for I think 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. I don't know. It was in there for a while just because I was doing other stuff on the side. So I did go back to the tester nail, and now I want to show you all how I use the airbrush decals, or whatever you call these, the stencils. So this one, I don't even know if I put it on right. I don't know if I was supposed to put that middle part right here or if I was supposed to put the initial one. So I just tried them both, you guys, and they both came out really cute. It was super easy. You just take them off the paper, put them on the nail, and spray it. That is it. So usually when you were doing stencils like this, you would make your this would go on, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. This would go on a completely like white or whatever color base nail, and then you would put the stencil on, and then you would do the airbrush ombre over it. So it wouldn't necessarily be how I just showed you. I was just showing you on the bottom part that was white so that I could just, you know, give a demonstration of how the stencils work. But if I was doing stencils, I would have probably just left it all white, and then I would have took that color and sprayed it over the stencil, over the entire nail, so that the entire nail would have the stencil work all throughout, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So right here, you see that I added some Madame Glam. This is in the shade 50 Shades of Pink. I went ahead and added that because I wanted a more pink undertone for what I was going for. I didn't really like the that tan color that I had on the nail. It was not flattering to me as far as like putting it on my skin tone. So I did go ahead and add some pink, and I try to just make it a little pink undertone. But I did mess up when doing this because you will see at the end, all of the nails are not going to be the same exact pink. And the reason being is because I did not measure out the exact amount of tan that I had in and the exact amount of pink that I had in. So it was a mess, but I just went ahead and kind of made them all more pink than tan, and it still came out really, really pretty at the end. And you probably won't even notice it too much, but I will point it out to show you all exactly what I'm talking about. So I cannot give you exact measurements on what I did. Y'all are really, really gonna have to pay attention to how much acetone I put in this cup and how much polish. The reason being is because I really just was not like, I don't know what I was thinking about not measuring it, knowing that I would have to refill it. I don't even think that I was thinking about having to go back and refill it. This stuff, this acetone and all of that stuff it goes really, really quickly. The spray does not last very long. So, but that, y'all see those little dots right there? I think that those dots came because I had too much acetone in it and not enough polish. I think it was just like too watery, if that makes sense. So I did go ahead and I just added more of a base to the nails, and then I went back and sprayed some more. I also thought that maybe it was showing up like that because my base of the nail wasn't opaque enough, but now looking back, I don't think that was at all what it was. However, I am glad that I did 2 coats instead of 1. I should have done that anyway. I really think that you should put 2 coats of the base down versus 1, just so it will look better. I don't think that it would have came out as good as it did had I not gone back and put this white on top. I did go back and this was my second coat of the Beetles gel, the shade white, and I don't think I show every finger. I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, I don't. I had to look and make sure, but I did go back and do that. So I just want to put a little bit of that on camera. So now I'm going in with the airbrush spray, and this is that mixture that I just mixed. And y'all, it was coming out cute, but I was like scared to really go in, so I did little by little at a time, y'all. Like I did like little sections and little layers, and I did go back. I cured some of it, and then I would go back and spray again. So yeah, that's what y'all gonna see me do right now. It's really, really light, but I wanted it to be like that before curing for the first time. So I did go ahead and I ended up putting that in the lamp after I did a few more swipes. And as you see, you got to focus on how I'm moving the airbrush around. I'm moving it side to side really, really fast. You do not want to keep it in the same spot or it will cause puddling. I think that's what they call it. It's called like puddling. And that's basically where you have it looks like a big puddle, a big wet mess. Like that's what it looks like. So you want to go really fast. And some of this I did speed up and some of it I kept in real time. I sped most of it up because it was very, very repetitive and I wasn't doing any different designs on any nail. So this right here is in real time. I just want to show you all how fast or how slow, however you want to see it, that I was moving it side to side, but you have to make sure that you're moving it side to side. Now, as you can see, I'm only on the third nail and I haven't even done 2 coats and I already have to add more. Now, granted, I did not fill this up the first time that I did it. So I'm doing small measurements at a time just because like I said, this is my first time. I don't really know how much I need it, but if I would have to go back and do this, I probably would use the bigger one that comes in the kit versus the small one. And I for sure would make sure that whatever color I put in there the first time is the color that I want to use on all the nails, because that is where I messed up. As you can see, I did not add any of the tan to this mixture, so that is kind of what started messing me up. I wasn't making the same mixes as I went, so the nails were starting to look different. Now y'all see those spots and stuff. I went ahead and wiped that off because that was not cute and I did not know why it was doing that. So I went back and I tried it again, but it still came out coming like that. So it still was coming out like that. So I went ahead and I added more polish. I was thinking that I didn't add enough polish and it wasn't opaque enough and it was just too watery, so that is what was making the little splotches. So I did go back, and after I added the polish, I believe that it came out okay after I did that. So again, this is where it comes in handy to just watch exactly what I'm doing, because like I said, I did not really measure anything out. I was just kind of doing a trial and error, y'all. Like honestly, a trial and error. I'm sure there are videos up here where people actually tell you the measurements, but I feel like even the measurements that they give you on some of the boxes are not what are going to give you this look. Like I don't know what look they be going for, giving y'all instructions to put 2 drops of polish or 2 drops of whatever and whatever else mix it with. Like, no, you need more than 2 drops of polish to get the look that you want, or you're going to be sitting here spraying all day, literally like all day. And you're going to go through so much acetone doing that. So this is how it was coming out. I did go back and I sprayed it again, but I didn't like how it came out. So I wiped it off. You were just gonna this is very tedious. It looks like it was taking a long time, but really it wasn't. I feel like it was only taking a little longer than it usually would because this was my first time and I didn't really know what I was doing. If y'all hear a lot of stuff in the background, it's because I'm outside. I took me schools outside. Oh my God, it's a whole airplane. It's a whole airplane in my voiceover. This is so ghetto. This is so ghetto. Okay. The plane has gone. But no, if y'all hear stuff in the background, I'm sorry. I do apologize. It is super early in the morning. It's like 10 or 11 a.m. on Friday. I have been up since 9:30 p.m. last night. So that's probably why my voiceover sounds so crazy. I do apologize. I hope this video comes out okay, and I hope y'all can just get through it and understand what I'm trying to say as I go. I'm just super tired, but I really wanted to get this video up for y'all because I have nails to do tomorrow and I'm going out tonight to a haunted house. So I was not going to have time to do this voiceover, y'all, if I didn't do it today. So I do apologize if I sound crazy or if I'm kind of all over the place, but I really wanted to get it out for y'all. So my apologies. What I was just showing right there was the difference in the shades of the nails. Like I said, I was not doing the same mixture each time, so that is why it was looking crazy. And then after I saw how crazy it was looking, I tried to go back and do the first mixture that I made, but it was not coming out the same. So it was kind of just like, look, at the end, towards the end, you're gonna see me like kind of give up and just put a whole bunch of pink on it, like make it more pink than anything, and try to match it up as best as I can. But it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard to match them up, and at the end they did not come out all matching. However, it was still super pretty, and it was not that noticeable. I froze that because I wanted y'all to see how pretty that ombre was. Like, y'all, the ombre is so pretty, and it's so easy. Like, when I tell you it's so easy, as long as you have the same mixture in your cup throughout the whole entire process, I promise you, it is going to be like boom, boom, bam. Like, you're going to be able to spray the nail and do whatever you got to do. Go ahead and cure it, take it out, spray it again, and boom, you're done. Top coat it, you're done. Like, that's really all you have to do. And I left this in real time because I wanted to show you all again just how fast or slow I'm moving it back and forth. I would say fast. I would definitely do fast motions. You do not want to keep your airbrush in one spot, you guys. Do not keep it in one spot. Now, you see that right there? Y'all see that empty space that was going on? It was because there was basically nothing in my container. So I went ahead and filled it up. And when you're shaking it, like back and forth, when you're moving your hand, it's shaking it. So I feel like the reason it had those spots in it, like empty spots, was because when I was shaking it, some wasn't coming out off of every shake or stroke. So I did have to go back and fill it up a little bit more, put some more acetone in it, put some more gel polish in it, mix it up. And oh, another thing, I don't know if I even said this yet, which I should have said in the very beginning. You have to make sure that you are mixing this so good. You need to make sure that you have a brush that you don't care about, and get a brush, don't get like a stick or a dotting tool, or don't get any type of regular mixer. You have to get a brush, because the brush is going to get inside of where the liquid is going through. You need that because you're going to have to wipe it around, and you don't want anything to get stuck in there. You don't want the polish basically to pile up down there. So you have to use a brush to mix it. I hope I'm making sense with that too, so that you know exactly what I'm talking about and what to do when you are mixing it. But this one right here, I just went ahead and, like I said, I made it a little more pink. So the thumb and the middle finger were super pink, and then the pointer and the ring finger, which are the first ones that I did, were more a tan undertone base color. So I was going back and I was trying to make it a little more pink to match the thumb, and I think it's the thumb and the ring finger. But I was trying to go back and make them a little more pink to match each other. So that is what you saw me doing right there. And this one, the pinky was only one coat, so I did go back and I recoated the pinky. Of course, I had to go back again and fill this stuff up. That is the only thing that I will say that was like, okay, like, come on. I just had to keep filling it. But like I said, if I was to do this again, I would for sure just completely fill it up, instead of me doing, you see how little of an amount I was putting in. That's why I had to keep filling it up. So don't think that you're gonna have to go back and do it as many times as I do, because if you are filling it up to the top, then you won't have to do it as many times. Obviously, I was just scared that I was gonna waste a lot of product, which was not the case at all. I actually needed more. But I didn't know. This was my first time trying it. So now that I know, it's going to be a very more straightforward video when I do this again, because I am going to be doing another airbrush set. I want to do another one, and I want to do this design. I'm not going to tell y'all what design, but it's a very like popular design on Instagram, but I have not seen it on YouTube yet. So I plan to do one very soon. Hopefully I can get it out on Sunday, or at least by Tuesday next week, because I have a few other videos that I want to do this weekend, and I have nails to do. So it's just, y'all, I have a whole bunch of videos coming, like between this week and next week and the week after. Like, I have so many videos coming to y'all. It's crazy. But that is how they looked, you guys. They were so pretty. Like, as y'all can see the ones that that look a little darker and the ones that look a little more on the pinky side, but it's okay. It was still pretty, so I ran with it. And like I said, the airbrush that I did was about 2 to 3 coats on each one. And you just want to make sure that you're not going too heavy all the way down the nail when you are doing it. Now, I don't know how this would be if you were doing someone else's nail. I would think that you would have to cover their skin with like tape maybe, or maybe have them put on those gloves that expose just their nails so that you don't get their hand full of like polish while you're spraying it. But I don't know. I really don't know. And as far as the stencils, I would do more stencil work. I just wish I had more stencils. And you can also, I've heard that you can also use just regular stickers. You can use like regular butterfly stickers and put the stencil on that, and it will make a butterfly outprint. So or imprint. I don't know why I said outprint. It will make a butterfly imprint. And I heard those are really, really pretty too. So I don't know, you guys, we're going to use this again. I just wanted to show y'all the basics as far as like how I did it and how I came up with this look. And it was super pretty. Y'all know this is like the classic ombre, the pink to the white. It was really, really easy. Honestly, it was so easy. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you guys get an airbrush system. This will be a great way to start press-ons if you are looking to sell press-ons. It can even be cheap on the cheaper side since they are just gel polish. If I had to guess how long it would take me to do this, 10 fingers for somebody, I would definitely say 30 to 45 minutes max. So yeah, that is what they looked like after I was done and after I put the Beetles top coat gel polish on them. And now I'm just going to show you all how to clean the system. So basically I'm going to take every part apart and I'm just going to wipe it out with alcohol. That's it. The only thing that I did was wipe it out with alcohol. You want to make sure that you are not losing any of the pieces though. When you are doing this, be very careful to not lose there are tiny pieces on this machine, like just the black rubber part. There's a little metal part that I'm going to take apart in a second that you'll see, and there's another piece that goes to that. So I almost actually unscrewed it and it almost like fell apart, so I was glad that I caught it. Not this part right here, but the next part that I'm gonna unscrew. But basically you just want to take some alcohol and wipe it completely down, because this gel polish is sticky, and the longer you have this gel polish sitting, the harder it's going to be for it to come off, if it comes off at all. I was told to do it right after, which I did not do, but even after about 30 minutes of it just sitting there, it still was a little easy to get out. However, I feel like if I had it sitting any longer, that it was just gonna be a mess, and sticky, like just sticking to everything. So try to clean it right after you are done with it so that you do not have those problems and you don't have to replace any parts of the machine. So once you've taken everything apart and you wiped everything down with alcohol, I just go ahead and I screwed the top back on, the little container that holds the acetone and the gel polish, and I went ahead and I put more acetone in it. Now this is all that you're going to put in it, and you want it to be pretty much as clean as you can get it manually, and then you want to do this. So I went ahead and screwed it back on, and I turned the machine back on, and I went ahead and I ran it as if I was airbrushing. So the reason why I did this is because I just wanted to make sure that no polish was in the little valve part that makes all the gel polish and the acetone go through. So that part, I wanted it to be clear of any residue, any gel polish, anything. So I went ahead and did that, and there was nothing in there. So I was super happy that I cleaned it the right way. And then I just went ahead and cleaned the bottom part, and that was pretty much it. I went ahead and put everything back in the box just because I know how I am. If I don't put everything back in box, we're going to be missing parts the next time I come back and want to do another airbrush set. So if I were you, I would definitely keep the box and definitely put everything back up. I don't know if I told y'all about the charging system, but it does come with a charger and you do have to charge it. So it is rechargeable and that's how it operates. It is not battery operated, which I love. I would much prefer to have a rechargeable airbrush system than a battery operated system. So that was pretty much all there was to that airbrush kit. And yeah, like I said, y'all need to go get one. I will link one in my Amazon storefront for you all that has like the highest reviews, but I do want you to know that I have never used one from Amazon, so I wouldn't know exactly how they work. I did. Now I'm going to take them and I'm actually going to put them on. I wanted to see how they looked on and just to get like a real feel of the press-ons, and I probably will wear these again, obviously. So I was just making sure that they all fit, which I already knew they fit because obviously I sized myself before even making these. The only thing I wish is that I could have gotten the cuticle area to be a little more seamless. Now that is just how the full cover tips are, and I will have these full cover tips available for you all on my website very soon. I've been talking about them. I'm getting a lot of tips in, so just be on the lookout for that if you are wanting to have some full cover tips that fit like this. But that is just how they come. If I was doing acrylic though, I would have filed them down a little bit more to make them a little more seamless, but honestly it was okay. Once I had them on, they looked really good, and y'all are gonna see exactly what I'm talking about in just a second. Y'all, I'm so sick of these cars running past me. Like, why did I choose to do a voiceover with the window down? I'm sitting out here trying to give me Askell some fresh air because he never goes outside. He was actually like scared to come outside, y'all. If you don't know who Askell is, it's my cat. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Thank y'all. I have so many subscribers coming in, and I'm just so thankful for getting my subscribers up, and yeah, I'm happy that y'all are here. My goal is to have 5,000 subscribers by December 31st or Jan 1st, so we'll see. If y'all don't have no KDS glue, I highly suggest that you get some. Like, I do have some on my website, but you can find it other places as well. KDS glue is like the best glue for tips, y'all. For tips, for press-ons, they went on so easily and so quickly. So yeah, highly recommend. I am going ahead and I'm just going to file them a little bit at the tips just to give them a little straighter edge, just to make sure that the polish did not mess any of that crispness up. And that was pretty much it, you guys. Do y'all see how glossy Beetle's top coat is? If you need a top coat and you're looking for a glossy one, go ahead and get you some Beetle's top coat. It came out super pretty. This is how they look on. I thought they were so pretty, you guys. And the airbrush is like literally flawless. Like, it looks like I bought these in a little press-on kit. Like, it looks like these came in a kit, no lie. Y'all let me know how you like them down below, and I will see y'all in the next video. I love y'all so much. Mwah. Bye.